7 days a week. Wet ass pussy, make that pull out game weak. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mop for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, nigga, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a giggle, what is inside? Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. This pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up like I'm surprised. That's role play, I wear disguise. I want you to park that Big Mac truck right in this little garage. Make it cream, make me scream. Out in public, make the scene. I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you, I got this ring.
Gobble me, swallow me, drip down inside of me. Quick jump out for you, let it get inside of me. I tell them where to put it, never tell them where I'm about to be. I run down on them before I have a nigga running me. Talk your shit, bite your lip. Ask for a call while you ride that dick. Why you really ain't never got him fucking for a thing. He already made his mind up before he came. Now get your boots, hang your coat for this wet ass pussy. He bought a phone just for pictures of this wet ass pussy. Pay my tuition just to kiss me on this wet ass pussy. Now make it rain if you wanna see some wet ass pussy.
Look, I need a hard hit, I need a deep stroke, I need a Henny drink, I need a weed smoke. Not a garden snake, I need a king cobra with a hook in it, hope it lean over. He got some money, then that's where I'm headed. Pussy A1, just like his credit. He got a beard, well I'm tryna wet it. I let him taste it, now he diabetic. I don't wanna spit, I wanna go, I wanna gag, I wanna choke. I want you to touch that little dangly thing that's swinging the back of my throat. My head can misfire, Punani the sunny is going and drying, it's coming outside. Yeah, I run on that thing, now the cuz behind me. I spit on his mic and I heat tryna sign me.
Your Honor, I'm a freak bitch, handcuffs, leashes. Switch my wig, make him feel like he cheating. Put him on his knees, give him something to believe in.
Such an artist.
Poet. Oh, Host Mad, baby. Host Mad. Welcome back to the All-American Savage Show podcast. I am your host, John Burke, with my beautiful heterosexual life partner operating the controls over there. What a wonderful day.
Gorgeous day.
What a beautiful day for life, for constitutionality of carrying a firearm. Oh my gosh. And I'm telling you, I don't, wait, hold on. Do you hear that? It's the sound of liberals screaming over something they know virtually nothing about.
Every fetus in America.
Every fetus in America is now breathing. Well, here's the other thing. Okay, let's get this off the table right away. This doesn't end abortion. This is why liberals are so fucking stupid on this. You hear the women, the ugly, unfuckable women out there that normally are probably never going to get an abortion because no man's going to, blow his nut juice inside of her. He's like, fuck no, that woman's crazy. This doesn't end abortion. All this does, this is what people need to understand. This is the federal, and this is why I also kind of disagree with this, but it's a victory nonetheless. This pushes the rights to decide back down to the states. This essentially eliminates the federal government from coming in there and saying, this is what it's going to be at the federal level. But instead, states like California, New York, it's still going to be there. Newsom is already doubling down. He's like, free scalpels and clothes hangers for every expectant parent. Like, they're doubling down. This doesn't eliminate anything. Now, in the future, in red states, they're probably going to, push the gas on this one and say, okay, now we're really, and we got an article about Texas on this one. Texas is going hard on this one now. Even I'm like, damn. So we have to get that out of the way first. So liberals right now are going to be screaming at the sky. And it's like, wait, if you live in a blue state, chances are you can still get an abortion. So you can chill out with your baby murdering. You're going to be okay. But a part of it's just kind of like you have people like Keith Olbermann. Like you said, he is freaking out. Like, oh my God. And there's so much to cover here and unpack. But right now, I just also want to caveat and say, if you want to see how effective our three-letter agencies are, the FBI, the CIA, all these agencies, there are so many domestic terroristic threats being made on Twitter right now of people openly calling to murder the Supreme Court. Even Joe Biden has said if it gets overturned, there should be a revolution. There are people that have actively called for violence. What is going to happen to them?
Yeah.
What is going to happen to them? Nothing. Jane's Revenge, the terrorist organization that is anti-pro-life, that firebombs pro-life clinics. What are they going to do? Yeah. What are they going to do? That's the funny part about this. These people are going to go out there and they're going to make these threats. So right now, I guarantee if you have a pro-life clinic in your town and you're in a blue city, watch out.
Yeah, I know. You got to get your security on.
The cops should be out there defending and guarding, but they won't.
No.
Well, here, actually, a buddy of mine here in where I'm at, he said, yeah, he's going to pull security over there. That's where his police department is saying you're going to go over there and sit and watch. So good for them.
Yeah.
But I'm just interested in seeing how many of these 3-letter agencies are actually going to enforce this whole you can't call for violence on social media. None. Not going to happen. Not gonna happen. Oh yeah, in the Catholic Church, they're going after churches as well. All these ugly, feminist, unfuckable women are trying to strip in these churches, and they're getting thrown out by the deacons. And even the deacons are like, I believe in Christianity, but after seeing that, I think I'm gay. Like, that's hideous. We're gonna get into these articles, but yeah. By the way, got banned on Instagram. Got my account back. They pulled down the John Burke 11B. Didn't say why. They just boop gone. I'm like, what the fuck? But thankfully, I still had these other backup pages to where I could essentially let people know. But here is the link to my backup. I got it back, by the way. They sent an email this morning saying, oh, yeah, we did it by accident. Yeah, sure you did.
Really?
But here's the link to my new account. It's John Burke Official. Just John Burke Official over on Instagram. Give it a follow. It's going to be my backup account. If I get banned, that's where I'll be. And don't forget, you can always check the All American Savage Show website. I'll have updates there as well. But it is just John Burke Official, as it sounds. Go give it a follow. That's going to be my backup. My John Burke 11 Bravo, that 11B, that's still up. So, and you got yours pulled too.
Yeah, I got suspended. I don't know for what.
And you didn't even post anything.
No, I don't know. Try to keep it
guilty by association, my friend.
Guilty by association.
Just because
I
you know me.
followed your new account and
boom. On the new account, I had to change my profile picture on the desktop. They won't let me do it via the app. They won't even let me change my profile information on there now. It's like these motherfuckers have a hard on for me.
What's going on?
It's Pride Month. They're gay as fuck for me. That's exactly what it is. They're gay as fuck for me. Oh, man. But yeah, it's just John Burke Official over on Instagram. Appreciate the follows over there. The truth will continue. We're not going to stop. We won't stop. We won't stop.
Do you think they'll ever open up a committee to find out who leaked the justice?
Was going to get to that. No, we still don't know.
No.
We got over 900 January 6th protesters that were geolocated that the January 6th commission, let's call it the Spanish Inquisition is what it actually is. They're looking into all of this stuff. And it's a big freaking nothing burger. I was like, okay, you got some people that were violent. I got you to give you that. Cool. Was this an insurrection? No, it wasn't. It was not an insurrection. This was a protest that went stupid. But either way, you have that going down and still no word on that.
Yeah.
We can track down Osama bin fucking Laden, but we can't find out who. Come on, man. Come on.
I still think it was the new justice. I think it
It's
came
possible. It is possible.
through her new position.
I don't know. I mean, I would probably assume. Honestly, I'd probably assume.
So it was a 6-3 decision.
I think it was a 5-4.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what the articles are saying.
This
We'll get
said
into
that
it. Either
Justice
way.
Roberts voted.
Really?
Wait, yeah. So Alito, Thomas.
The article's here. We'll get to it.
Okay.
Let's see what the actual thing was. I don't know. But before we get to that, we got some great news for you guys. As you know, this episode is brought to you by shellshockcbd.com. And guess what we just released? We've been working on these for months. Not even kidding. We've been working on these for months. These are now the newest addition to the Shell Shock family. These are our wellness vitamin gummies. These are not CBD. There is no CBD in these. We have the ashwagandha gummies. And the great thing is, like, when you go on this page and you look at it, it's going to tell you when you click on one of these articles or you click on one of the products, it's going to tell you what it's actually good for. Like ashwagandha gummies. These are natural ingredients in here. Relieves stress and anxiety, lowers blood sugar levels, increases strength and muscle size, sharpens focus and memory, improves sleep quality, sexual benefits, women, increases libido, men, boosts fertility and testosterone levels. You can go look up ashwagandha gummies, ashwagandha. Go look this up and you can see the benefits of this. We have the ashwagandha gummies. We have the apple cider vinegar gummies. You click on that and it tells you what it's great for. Skin health, things such as that. And then you have the elderberry vitamin C gummies. Boosts immunity, helps prevent iron deficiency, may reduce risk of chronic disease, high in antioxidants and nutrients, may improve cold and flu symptoms, Accelerates wound healing, decreases inflammation. I believe it's also a good digestible. But that one's only $14.99. You can get a bundle deal for $49.99 and save $5 off. These are great quality gummies with great ingredients there. I think there's only 2 grams of sugar. It's not a lot. We got, especially for the Schwanda, it's got a little bit of a bitter taste, but the sugar definitely helps. So again, we've got these live on the site now. Now, if you sign up to become a subscriber for this, you won't get a discount. They're already marked way the hell down. We can't discount them anymore, so I apologize for that. But these are now live on the website. And if you signed up for the SMS and the email list, you'll get access to them. So they're already on the website, though, by the way. So here's the link to it. It is just shellshockcbd.com/wellness, and it'll take you to the gummy page. Go check it out. These taste amazing. We have been working for months to bring you this. In the chat saying it was 6.3. Okay, got it wrong then. I read an article where it said 5.4. But
they started off 5.4, but
maybe it changed.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go. These are now live on the site. We're going to be plugging these for the next while. And again, these are very affordable. This is a month's worth for $19.99. Now you can stack them. You can get all 3 for $49.99. Save yourself $5 if you were buying all 3 individually. You can bundle deal that. It's right there. I'm telling you, we've been taking these already for a while. I feel great.
Yeah.
I don't like apple cider. I hate the way that crap tastes. I don't understand how people do it.
I love it.
But they do. The gummies are different. The gummies actually taste good, and you still get the benefits of shooting apple cider, so you don't have to have someone that's, literally insane that wants to drink that crap. No, absolutely not. But there you go. It's live. Again, that is shellshockcbd.com. We really appreciate the love and support over there, guys. If you're looking to get back in shape, if you're wanting to take care of your gut health, your skin health, all this, we got it right here. And here's the beautiful part. This is just the beginning. We're expanding more on this. We're going to be going further into this to offer our customer base natural holistic medications or natural holistic things that come from the earth that we're going to put in gummy form or powder form for you without all these additives that people are they're just destroying their body. So you can check that out. Also, another announcement. Inflation is here. There's no denying that. I feel like I'm doing a Ben Shapiro here. All right, listen, gang. Inflation's here. Okay. So here's what we're going to do at the Daily Wire. No. So inflation is here. I already feel that we are in a recession. It's clearly evident. So a lot of our customers have been having to unsubscribe because they can't afford the products anymore. Because as we've discussed many times, gas prices are so fucking insane.
Yeah.
Grocery prices, they're only growing, and it's going to get even worse. What we're going to do is essentially, and this is not going to save people a lot of money or anything like that, but we are going to make some things more affordable. We're not passing down the cost of inflation because even everybody out there they're seeing this hit their wallet, and it sucks. So what we're going to be doing is the CBD oils and the Delta 8 gummies and things such as that, we're going to be cutting them in half. So for example, the 1,500 milligram, we're going to offer a 750 milligram at half the price. And people are kind of like, well, it's not saving any money. Well, if you can't afford a $50 or $60 product, well, here's like a $27 product.
Yeah.
Something is better than nothing. That's the most we can do right now, because it's still, our manufacturing process has already increased on us. Price point. We're not passing that down to the consumer. We're already losing money on this. But what we do know is that a lot of people love the CBD oil. They love the Delta 8 gummies, Delta 9, the rack outs. So we're going to be offering more variety, less potency at half the cost. It's something, it's better than nothing. Josh and I have been racking our brains outside of just basically cutting costs and us losing the business of how we can help people still maintain their CBD intake, their Delta 8s, their rack out gummies, their menthol, all that stuff. So that's the best that we can come up with right now. We're working on ways to try and facilitate this and make it better for you. But right now, in the coming weeks, we're going to be working on the cherry vanilla, I believe it's citrus. I'm not sure what the other one. We're going to be offering 750 milligrams on those for $27. And people are, I already paid people in the private Facebook group are already complaining. It's like, well, then you got to take double the dose. You're just going to run out. It's like, you don't get it. It's not saying that you're going to have to take, it's saying that, yes, you're going to pay less, therefore you get less, but at least you have that option to pay less versus you have to pay 60. People don't get that.
Some people don't take it every day.
That's true. Yeah.
Some people, every other day, every few days, if you have anxiety, it helps with that. So, and
it'll also help reduce the tolerance if you're taking it every day.
Right.
But at the same token, it's one way that we can try and alleviate some financial strain on our customer base.
Yeah.
So again, we appreciate that. All the love and support out there. People want to talk about smoking weed. Go smoke. Go fuck up your lungs. I don't give a shit what you do. Yeah, go for it. Our Delta 8 gummies are way better for you.
Oh, yeah.
You can have all the effects of THC and then not
and they're legal.
And they're legal, yeah. And again, the federal government even said Delta 8 is legal under the 2018 Farm Bill. Like, it is federally legal. Yeah. So states can go fuck themselves. So again, that is shellshockcbd.com. Appreciate all that love and support. If you're a liberal out there and you're listening and you need to kind of relax and chill from this whole pro-life thing that's really got you going up the wall, well, maybe you should try some Delta 8. It'll help you out.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, definitely will. You're still gonna be a liberal. I mean, we didn't say we can fix stupid, but we can at least help. We can at least help other people chill when they have to deal with your ignorance. So there it is. It's cheaper to get a bag of fucking weed. Well, then go get a bag of fucking weed and fuck up your lungs. Dude, don't give a shit about you. Like, who gives a fuck? Go smoke your weed then. Or you can just pop a gummy. It's cheaper. Like, really? A dime bag? How much? Hold on. That doesn't even make any sense. A dime
who
bag
even sells a dime bag anymore.
Exactly. That's the other thing. It's you got basic fucking drug slingers over here. It's like, you fucking dime bag. Like, yeah, sure, bro. Okay.
It's like $100 if you're going to get some good weed.
Yeah, like, good luck with that. And then the volume of what you're getting versus a bag of gummies, you can literally cut a gummy in half and still get pretty fucked up. So, yeah, this dude's like just sounds like a pothead. I just want to smoke my weed. All right, well, then smoke your weed, dude. I don't give a fuck. All right, there you go.
Yeah,
but again,
Delta 8 isn't legal in your state, then you could definitely get Delta 9.
Delta 9, yeah. People keep asking us to do freaking Delta 10. And it's like, oh my God, there's just so much here. Yeah. It's like trying to stay one step above the government, but that's just the way it is. So anyway.
Dime bag is 90s.
Yeah, that is. Like, what do people buy these days as far as weed? I don't know. Like,
an eighth, a quarter, half ounce, ounce.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean.
It's expensive. Remember like a nickel bag?
I never got a nickel bag or a dime bag. It was always like an eighth.
I remember smoking weed before high school. My buddy John Sheffield, I don't know what he's doing these days. He was like the resident stoner. Like, you just took one look at this kid, long hair, Jinko pants, always black, emo as fuck. You knew he was carrying every single fucking time.
Yeah.
But he'd always be like, all right, man, we're gonna do this, and he'd have like this little nickel sack, and like, oh my God, it's weed. Then you grow up, it's like, what the fuck is that? Like, what is this?
Weed is so much different now than back in the early 90s.
100%.
We had to take all the seeds out of it. It was like, you get a bag of weed for like $25.
You're getting stems and shit in there. It's like, motherfucker.
Now it's like all cushy green with crystals on and red hairs.
Makes it sound so. I just want to eat it. That's so good.
I'm telling you, these guys have really come a long way.
Gold. They really have. But again, check us out, shellshockcbd.com. Get your Delta 8, get your Delta 9, get your rack outs, and also check out the wellness. Now, again, for just those that don't know, the wellness are CBD and THC free. These are just basic vitamins and minerals for your daily diet. All right, we got that out of the way. Let's get into the stupid. But first, before we get to Roe v. Wade, before we get to constitutional carry, you gotta love this. Like, you gotta love this. Joe Biden instructive note card from staff. This is the leader of the free world. This dude in this picture, if you're watching live on Twitch or Facebook or YouTube, you can see Joe Biden with literally an instruction note card. And on the card, it's like, you can see the picture here. Okay, let's put this in the context. This guy has nukes. He has access to nuclear fucking weapons. On the note card, it says the president. Offshore wind drop by sequence of events. He was speaking at this thing. And there's, in sequential order, in bullet point format, it literally says, you, highlight, or it's all caps, you enter the Roosevelt room and say hello to the participants. You take your seat, press enters. You give brief comment, so many minutes, press departs. You ask Liz Schuler, President, AFL-CIO, a question. Note Liz is joining virtually. You thank participants. You depart.
You dummy.
You dumb fuck.
You stupid idiot. I just need to take a seat.
I love how it says you, caps, take your, in all caps, seat. Like, he's going to take the wrong, like, they are so scared of Joe Biden. They're letting Mr. Magoo out. It's like, you got to make sure you take your seat, Mr. President. Okay, okay, the president's on scene. He's just, he's walked in. Oh God, he's going to the wrong side of the desk. Somebody get him. He's going to the wrong side. Oh, son of a bitch.
Jeez,
what? Oh my God, is he shitting himself? Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. Where's Shinsaki? Get her back in here. This is ridiculous.
Shake hands with the air. Tammy.
He's walking. He's just circling the room now. I'm not really sure what he's doing. He's talking to a monument, asking who it voted for and where's its mat. Like, oh my God. Oh, he's sniffing it. He's sniffing the Okay, go to black. Get him out of there. Pull the plug. This dude is such an idiot. How Democrats can defend this guy anymore after this, like, I honestly kind of feel bad for him, but I really don't. It's just like, you know how Democrats, like, they wrap their political identity so hard into Joe Biden because it's not Trump. Good luck defending this shit. Like, I mean, because remember, they were like, any Democrat that tries to come out is like, oh my God, this is so below you. You were literally busting the right's balls over Trump doing the sniffing and then drinking water with two hands.
Yeah.
And then you said he should go get a physical and psychological evaluation. And he did, and the doctors cleared him. But you're not calling for the same thing on Biden, who is clearly displaying high signs of dementia.
Yeah. This guy's... I bet if you gave him a paper and pen and said draw a clock with the numbers around it, the numbers would probably be balled up at the bottom of it, and the hands would be all over the place.
When Mickey's big hand is
those are the tests that they give people with Alzheimer's. But I bet if they gave him that test, that's what would happen.
Yeah, but this is the guy leading our country right now. You've got Ukraine in a war with Russia. You got China like flexing their balls. And here we got a sitting president that doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
I know.
And you got Kamala Harris down there charging $5,000 for a fucking selfie. Like, Jesus.
Xi Jinping was probably looking at this article going, oh, you're so stupid.
How the fuck they read as a free world? I don't know.
Oh, you're so stupid. Oh, my God.
It's fucking true. The guy's a joke. It's a joke. We have a joke of a president. And everybody's okay with it. Everybody's okay with it. Like, oh, my God.
Well, at least we have high gas prices.
You know what? I prefer that over mean tweets. Oh, my God. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. But, hey, that's where we're at. That's what you voted for. Elections have consequences. The photo of the note card was taken by Drew Agner of Getty Images during a meeting Biden conducted at the White House about the federal state offshore wind implementation partnership Thursday. The instructions continue for Biden, telling him to give brief comments for 2 minutes before the press leaves. The card tells Biden to ask a question of Liz Shuler, the president, blah, 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 blah. You thank participants. Card concludes, you depart. What a dipshit. We have a dipshit for a president. You. You. They should have put in parentheses like Biden.
Pretty soon they're going to have pictures, little pictures of him. Who's you? Is he from Asia?
Oh, my God. All right, so let's get into it. Supreme Court overrules Roe v. Wade and Dobbs' decision, returns abortion to state lawmakers. Now, of course, all the blue checks all over the world are going crazy on this. You've got Keith Olbermann literally having a meltdown saying, ignore the court. I called it. He's already calling for the abolishment of the SCOTUS. This guy is the biggest left-wing liberal nut job I have ever seen in my entire life. If we don't get our way, well, then we should just abolish it. This is a common trend among the leftist movement. If they don't get their way and they don't get to push things through the House or Senate, let's abolish the filibuster. If they lose an election, let's abolish the Electoral College. If they don't get their way when it comes to abortion, let's abolish the Supreme Court. You fucking morons that sit there that you want this, you don't understand. The same system has protected you since 77 when Roe v. Wade went into effect. You had no problem with the SCOTUS then. But you clowns, you jackwagons, like if you had your way, you would burn it all down. And you better be grateful we didn't, because that means the Second Amendment is back on the table and some of you deserve it. Some of you deserve it. Like, you need that. You need to see what's going to happen when you start going crazy in the streets and you start going after legal gun owners. I'm telling you, these clowns, you are so insane. So insane. Supreme Court overrules Roe v. Wade. Okay, Washington, D.C., the Supreme Court overruled Roe v. Wade on Friday, holding in the Dobbs case that the Constitution does not include a right to abortion and returning the issue of abortion laws and regulations to state legislatures. Justice Samuel Alito wrote for the Supreme Court in his Friday's... Okay, they're saying it's a 5-4 decision.
Yeah, there's another article that says 6-3. So it's Roberts, Roberts, Alito, Kavanaugh, Gorsuch, Barrett.
Let's see what it says.
Thomas.
Abortion presents a profound moral question. The Constitution does not prohibit the citizens of each state from regulating or prohibiting abortion. Roe and Casey we now overruled this decision. Okay. Roe was handed down in 1973 in a 73 and a 7-2 decision holding that the U.S. I got it wrong, so it wasn't 77, it was 72. My bad. Or 73. The U.S. Constitution includes a constitutional right to abortion, despite the fact that abortion is not found in the text, structure, or history of the Constitution, and the nation went more than 180 years without ever noticing it existed. It has been one of the most divisive legal issues in American history. An early draft of Alito's opinion leaked in May, the first such leak of a full sole opinion in 233-year history of Supreme Court, leading to the left to violent protests, including destroying a pro-life center in Wisconsin, vandalizing churches, and threatening protests at home of conservative justices in violation of federal law. This is the left. These people should be put down like dogs. These threats have culminated into what was almost an assassination attempt of Justice Brett Kavanaugh, which went seemingly unnoticed by President Joe Biden, who did not speak out to condemn it and has led to rapid action. This is the same guy, mind you, that said, I'm going to unite this country. Like, fuck you are. You're alienating your own SCOTUS. Bro, you're alienating. If anybody that you want to work with you, it's the SCOTUS. And now you've turned your back on the conservative SCOTUS. Because here's the thing that people don't seem to understand. It's like, Biden's silence on Kavanaugh's threat on his life screams volumes. The president will turn his back on you if you uphold your version of the Constitution. So all conservative justices are now knowing and understanding this president will not protect them.
Yeah.
This is a puppet president. This is a ballless president. This guy is a piece of shit. This man will not respect the rule of law. And the other people that they're arguing right now that the abortion is not in the Constitution, it should be a legal right. You do not have the legal right to murder somebody, because they're trying to root this argument in church and state being together. So essentially the conversation eventually goes all the way down to, is abortion a religious issue or is it a morality? And if you say morality, well, are morals coming from religion? Where do you sustain your morals from? So there's a lot to unpack on that one. That's a massive debate I've had many times with people. But the problem is, if you sit there and say that's a religious issue, well, then why is murder illegal? Because is murder not founded in moral principle? I mean, it is.
Yeah.
For some. Why is it illegal to murder? Where does morality stem from? There are so many different questions. There's so many different ways you can skin this cat. But the standing still comes into play. The SCOTUS is ruled. I don't think you should have a right to murder somebody. I don't. That's what it is. It's murder. Hose, big mad. Big mad hose. With Roe overruled, the issue of abortion now goes back to the states to pass whatever restrictions on abortions the voters of each state choose to adopt. This is how it should be. Now, the one thing I do have a disagreement on is I think the federal court should have upheld saying at the federal level, abortion is illegal and should not be allowed in any states, because if it's a right to life, it's a right to life. Mm-hmm. That's the federal government's job, to protect the rights of the people. Now, people will counter that and saying, again, this is a religious-based argument, which I can understand where they're coming from on that one. But if we're talking about a right to life, the Supreme Court has literally just acknowledged the fact that right to life is a thing. But pushing it down to the states to vote, it's like, okay, that's still a win for the right. The left isn't going to like that. But at the same token, states like California are already ramping up pro-abortion stuff. So that's the other thing. And liberals are not going to understand. Like, everybody out there right now, especially people living in these blue states or blue cities, well, blue states primarily, they're screaming over nothing. They're so mad. It's like, it literally doesn't change anything for you. Mm-hmm. Now, with the red wave coming, that could change. We could see some states flip red and then say first thing to go is abortion, because it's kind of a good thing if you think about it. If abortion is such a crucial thing in your life, if this is such a pivotal issue for you, then perhaps move to a blue state. And that's what I want. Yeah. I would love all of you liberals to move to these blue states and stay there. I'd be fine for that. You want to have abortions, you go have it over there in that blue state. I don't want you here. Because you're going to do it either way. It's the same as the gun control thing. If they're going to get their hands on guns, they will get their hands. They're going to have abortions. Yeah. And that's what their counter argument is. Like, women are still going to have them, but now you put them in jeopardy. Good. That means they're not going to murder any babies if they kill themselves. I mean, that's kind of a win-win there. The problem fixes itself.
You know, they talk about how Republicans don't care about children.
And then they go out and firebomb these pro-life clinics.
Yeah, and then, but, I mean, here in Texas, Governor Abbott, he's allocated $345 million for women's health mm-hmm. programs, invested more than $100 million towards alternative to abortion. Mm-hmm. I mean, stuff like that is a positive move. Like, that's puts more responsibility mm-hmm. on the public to...
Community to be there. Yeah, absolutely.
To make sure that, you know, if you're going to have sex, make sure you have protected sex.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I mean, you just can't go around killing your baby just because you don't want to be a parent. Or
you're killing your responsibility of your actions, the consequences of your actions. These threats have culminated into what almost assassination type, blah, blah, blah. With Roe overruled, the issue of abortion now goes back to the states to pass whatever restrictions on abortion. Okay, Alito's majority opinion is 79 pages long. This is a developing story and will be updated throughout the day. The case is Dobbs v. Jackson, Women's Health Organization, number 19-1392 in the Supreme Court of the United States. Now, here's what Texas is doing. Texas ban on abortions from moment of conception set to start in 30 days. They'd already passed the ache with the heartbeat bill. Mm-hmm. This one is just like, damn. Like, Texas is like, oh, yeehaw. It's like, let's get to work, boys. Friday's decision by the U.S. Supreme Court to overturn Roe v. Wade will make abortions illegal in Texas in 30 days. The Texas legislature passed a trigger law in 2021 that makes performing abortions in Texas a felony 30 days after the Supreme Court overruled Roe v. Wade. So essentially, they passed this law saying if this does get overturned, this goes into effect. Mm-hmm. The U.S. Supreme Court correctly overturned Roe v. Wade and reinstated the right of states to protect innocent unborn children. Texas Governor Greg Abbott said in a written statement following the SCOTUS decision. Texas is a pro-life state, and we have taken significant action to protect the sanctity of life. One of those steps was the creation of a trigger law, House Bill 1280, that makes performing an abortion a felony beginning 30 days after the court's decision. State Representatives Giovanni Caprioloni authored the bill, and Governor Abbott signed it into law June 2021. So here's the deal for liberals that don't live in Texas. If you don't like that, we don't fucking care. Don't come to Texas. You can stay out. We don't need you.
Yeah.
But look, in all seriousness, like, guys, let's take a moment here and pause about this because it's a serious issue. I feel like a lot of attention is not going to a certain group of people that actually should be prayed for right now, and people are not really thinking about them. To the men that can now get pregnant that have never had to deal with this, my thoughts and prayers are with you. This is all new to you. Mm-hmm. You've never had to deal with a pregnancy. You know, this is crazy. It's a whole different world that you're probably feeling thrown in right now. Because before you couldn't get pregnant, but now you can. So for men out there, and by men being able to get pregnant means that men now have a right to say what goes on with men's bodies. So let's just take a moment of silence to just kind of think about all the pregnant men out there that can no longer abort their babies. Our thoughts and prayers are with you. I meant more like the happy happy thing.
Sorry.
Man, we just don't get each other anymore. We don't get each other.
We are off.
Hose mad. That's what I'm talking about. Hose mad. Poor men out there. There it is. There it is. Oh my God, you gotta love it. Hey, look, here's the thing. Like, celebrate this, conservatives, independents that are right leaning. This is a win. This is a step in the right direction. So, a violation of the law is a felony of the second degree. The death of the unborn during an abortion would increase the offense to a felony of the first degree. The person performing the abortion could also be subject to a civil penalty of up to $100,000 for each violation. The law does not impose any penalty or fine on the pregnant female. The law states Representative Caprileone told the Fort Worth Star-Telegram the penalties also do not apply to a pregnant female who performs a self-induced abortion. So essentially what they're trying to do is just cut the head off the snake and saying, look, they're going to find a way, but here's the deal. We're going to say doctors, if you get caught doing it, we're going to basically, here's the thing, they'll fine them, and I'm pretty sure they'll strip their medical license. Yeah. Pretty sure. So it's like, okay, you're going to find a way to do it, but the people you're going to, they're not going to be allowed to do it.
I wonder if they'll still be able to take like the morning after pill.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm for that because, we're hot and heavy, and I whatever happens, and I bust inside of her, we're putting a plan B in that mouth. Yeah. It's coming down. I need to go get snipped, by the way. I do need to go get snipped because this guy ain't having any more kids. I need to go get my shit burned off. The Texas Tribune. I'm fertile like a motherfucker, dude. Both kids. Wife had an IUD. 99% chance of not getting pregnant. 1% right the fuck here.
Super sperm.
Oh, bro. My shit's like commandos. They're like little green berets. They like go behind enemy lines. They're sneaking, like demolishing shit. And they're like, come on, guys, let's overthrow them. Guerrilla warfare. Blah, blah, blah. And then like before you know it, like the
birth control.
Yeah, the IUD's been overthrown. There's a new government established. It's like, all right, let's go. Advance. And just like, boom. Then they impregnate the egg. And there's little John Jr. It's like, son of a bitch. So, yeah, I got some potent stuff, bro. I got some potent stuff. I got to protect my seed, though. It's unvaxxed seed. I'm a pureblood. That shit's going to be worth something soon. I should probably freeze a lot of my junk.
Yeah, just throw a couple of your socks in the freezer.
I got a towel that one wipe across the woman's Gucci is going to like knock them up. I promise you. It's like my nut towel. No, it's not real. I do it like everybody else. I blow it on the carpet and just leave it. And this is why we'll never be on Fox. Oh my God. Okay. Guttemacher Institute, a reproductive rights research group, reports that 26 states are certain or likely to ban abortions without Roe. The group lists in the following states they say are certain to ban abortions. And a lot of these states have trigger laws. They do have a lot of trigger laws. And just keep that in mind. So here we go. Alabama, pre-Roe ban, near total ban, state constitutional bars protection. Arizona, Arkansas, Georgia, Idaho, Iowa, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Texas, Tennessee, Utah, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. Now, all of them have a different one. Like Idaho has a trigger ban, 6-week ban. 6-week ban for Iowa. 6-week ban for Kentucky. Same for Michigan. So, you know, it's going to be different depending on state. But these are, I think majority of these are conservative states.
Yeah.
So, again, liberals, nothing's going to change for you in your blue states. You can still murder babies all you want. Mm-hmm. Which, you know, whatever. You're going to hell anyway. So, all right, moving on. Abortion rights to expand in blue states after Roe v. Wade overturned in Dobbs' decision. At least 16 states and Washington, D.C. have existing laws that protect abortion. While red states in roughly half the country are poised to ban most abortions following the overturning of Roe v. Wade, many blue states have already moved to protect abortion rights and expand access ahead of Friday's Supreme Court decision overturning the landmark 1973 law. According to the Guttemacher Institute, a pro-abortion rights research group, at least 16 states and Washington, D.C. have existing laws that protect abortion, and at least 11 Democrat-controlled legislatures have moved to expand abortion access in anticipation of the Supreme Court's decision in Dobbs v. Jackson Women's Health Organization on Friday, which overturned Roe v. Wade and left the question of abortion up to the states to decide. Again, I think a right to life is a fundamental human right. This should be enforced across all states, but that's not a pragmatic approach because that's how we are. This is the right move then. Let the states decide. Let the states decide. But if it was me, it's like none of you are getting abortions, so you better start getting your shit snipped. You better start wearing some condoms. No more out there doing the hanky-panky in the back of your little freaking shitty cars after a night in the club.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I would be in favor of a government-funded vasectomies or women getting their tubes tied.
I don't know about government-funded. I mean, pragmatically, yes, because they're already doing it. But I think
if they're giving $500 million a year to Planned Parenthood, I would rather that money go to just like, all right,
fair enough.
If you
We're
can't,
getting snipped, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree. Some blue states like Illinois and New York established an abortion as a fundamental right in recent years, while others have ramped up efforts to enshrine abortion rights into their state constitutions in recent months. Democratic governors in Colorado and New Jersey signed laws codifying abortion, and Democratic California Governor Gavin Newsom has pledged to support a constitutional amendment for voters to decide. Well, you know, he's doing that because he knows the majority of California is blue, so naturally. I mean, that's just kind of like, we're going to let the people choose. Like, you know what the people are going to say. Otherwise, you would just do it, you piece of shit. Dumb fuck. Whatever.
Piece of shit.
Keith Olbermann, this douchebag, this guy's got the most punchable, fuckable face you've ever. It's like, I'm not even gay, but I'll just ram my dick down his throat. Nolte says, sexist Keith Olbermann belittles SCOTUS Justice Amy Coney Barrett as paralegal. Interesting how these liberals really show their hand and what they truly think when essentially they're, confronted with something that goes against their ideologies. Keith Olbermann showed his fascist stripes in calling for dissolution of the Supreme Court. He revealed his sexist fangs by belittling Justice Amy Coney Barrett as a paralegal. And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the thing. He's talking about a white woman like this. What do you think he thinks about black people? Mm-hmm. Put these liberals, put these white, self-righteous, self-fellatioing liberals in the position to where it's something that goes against, or that black people go against them. You will see their racist stripes show themselves prevalently. He's literally doing it for a woman right here. But the only reason it's accepted in our society is because she's a white, heterosexual woman. Now, if this was a gay white woman, it'd be a different matter entirely. You know the hypocrisy in this country is such in a bad way to where it's okay to attack heterosexual white people. That buck stops here, bud. It stops here.
What do you think he's saying about Justice Thomas?
Oh, he ain't gonna say it publicly. That fucking black guy. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I guarantee. Fucking T.
Yeah, it's okay.
And notice that he didn't go after him specifically.
Yeah,
he went after the white woman.
Yeah.
On Thursday, Olbermann had one of his classic meltdowns after the Supreme Court did the right thing in a 6-3 decision that affirmed America's basic civil rights. This is what he tweeted. He tweeted this June 23rd at 9:47. He says, "It has become necessary to dissolve the Supreme Court of the United States." Somebody needs to take this clown out. Is he still on TV?
Take him out to a terrible dinner.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant. Yeah. This guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
This or is this not calls for extremism? This is domestic terrorism.
Sounds like an insurrection.
It sounds like it. It's calls for insurrection. Where's the investigation? Where's the January 6th investigation on this? Where's this at? You've got these main SML. Well, he's not main anymore. This guy's a douchebag. He said it's become necessary to dissolve the Supreme Court of the United States. The first step for the state, the court has now forced guns upon to ignore this ruling. What? Great. You're a court. Why and how do you think you can enforce your rulings? Hashtag ignore the court. Well, Olbermann, here's the deal. In red states, now you think doctors are going to put their medical licenses at risk because of what you're saying? You're an idiot. He also says, hey, SCOTUS, send the SCOTUS army here to enforce your ruling. You House of Lords radicals pretending to be a court. Olbermann, that's how courts work. Do you not see? This is the beauty of Keith Olbermann. He is a direct representation of what the left is today. Oh, yeah. If we do not get our way, we're going to cross our arms and say, oh, well, you're not really a court. That's what court rulings are. The fact that look at Amber Heard. She didn't get her verdict, and suddenly this is an attack against women. No, it's not. You're just a dumb cunt
who craps in people's beds.
But here's the thing with Olbermann. It's like, where's your SCOTUS army? It's easy, bro. They're just going to say, if you're a medical provider and you're caught doing one, you're going to get fined $100,000. You're probably going to lose your medical license. We don't need to enforce this. And here's the beautiful part. Listen up. Clip this. Get this ready for you can share it across the platforms. Here you go. Keith Olbermann. Here's the beautiful part. We will rat you out in a heartbeat. Let any of us catch a doctor doing abortions, and you better believe we will whistleblow on you and we will get you arrested. You can't stop that. So the SCOTUS army that you're so afraid of, that's going to be the police. That's going to be the FBI. That's going to be the rest of them. The same organizations that you've weaponized and politicized to use for your benefit are now going to be used against you. And here's the other beautiful part. We have social media. We will not hesitate to post, to showcase, to call out, to bring attention to, and then scream for investigations. It's coming, Olbermann. So you can melt down. You can sit there and say, what need do we have of the SCOTUS? The SCOTUS ruled. Because you don't like it doesn't mean we dissolve it. The same with the filibuster. The same with the Electoral College. Now the same with the Supreme Court. You get your panties in a wad and you don't like it, and suddenly you start screaming for it to be dissolved. You better thank God these things actually exist, because if it didn't, it'd be open war on your types, and I'd be all for that. I would be all for that. I would love to get you in the ring. I would love to get you in the ring. I don't want to share a country with you. I do want a national divorce. I think y'all are the scum of the earth. You are the party of groomers. You are the party of child drag queen story hours. You are the party of essentially praising mental disorders. You are the party of allowing men to compete in women's sports and basically reestablish the patriarchy under the banner of the LGBT. This is who you are. The hypocrisy runs so deep in your blood that nobody even knows where you stand anymore. You don't have a mainstream that you follow on the left. You are all over the place. And this is why you are losing, and you will continue to lose, because if you really think about this, we just had a constitutional SCOTUS push on the overturning of Roe v. Wade and constitutional carry with a primary leftist-leaning government. When I of all people did not see this coming. I did not see this coming. Mm-hmm. Never in a million years would I think under a primary leftist-leaning government we would have SCOTUS rulings to this extent. Never. And here we are. And midterms aren't even here yet. Midterms aren't even here yet. Slowly but surely you are being stripped of power, and justifiably so. Your ability to murder and claim it as a right is gone. Now, if you're in a blue state, knock yourself out. But those same blue states are run by shitholes. Or shit people. Funny. Olbermann went after the one woman. Let's keep reading what he tweets. Also, fuck Alito, Thomas, Roberts, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and the paralegal Coney Barrett. Why did you single her out? You basically said that he tweeted this out 9:51 on June 23rd. Fuck Alito, Thomas, Roberts, Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and the paralegal Coney Barrett. Why did you single out the woman? Uh-oh. The party of tolerance, the liberal figurehead, is a sexist. He acknowledges all the males are judges, but the female, well, she's just a paralegal. Okay, bud. And here's the beautiful part about this. The left will say nothing. You know, let's click on this. Let's click on this tweet. Let's see. Let's just go, just a little social experiment. Let's see what the liberals in this, Defiant L's. I love Defiant L's on Twitter. It says, is Keith Olbermann married? And it says Keith Olbermann has never been married. Go figure. And then you got the Daily Gripe posting a picture of Amy Coney Barrett holding up a picture of Keith Olbermann like frowning. Like, you big mad, bro. Almost 1 million followers, less than 500 likes. Like he's getting, yeah. Let's keep, God, okay. I'm looking for, the comments on this are just show more replies. Here we go. Brace yourself. You got Franco says paralegal and then clapping and applauding. And then people are just like the last Boy Scout says cry more with Amy Coney Barrett holding the no. I love this. I love that conservatives are back on Twitter and they're trolling the shit out of the left. Oh, it's so great. It's so great. Oh, I think I just felt my penis move.
Just went from 6 to midnight.
Oh my God. And then Ralph, he tries to pull a whataboutism. He says, so funny though, that how they want extra protection from the guns that they say people can carry around. Yes, exactly. What a travesty. The world shakes its head in horror. We are insane. We're insane for protecting innocent life.
You're crazy.
Yeah. Like, okay. Okay, bro.
Don't get it.
Then, here's the deal. If you don't want to have a kid, wear protection. This isn't a very difficult thing to say, but instantly they fall back to the whole, what about rape and incest, which constitutes like less than 3%. So again, they're using a small percentile to framework their entire argument, which is just bullshit. Mm-hmm. And then people are like, oh, Keith not getting one. It seems a bit, okay, number one, Celtic Hater says seems a bit sexist. And then some Gardner show, oh, of course, she's got a Ukraine flag in her profile, says, unless you know her qualifications for the job. Man, you liberals love bashing other women if they're conservatives.
Telling you, it's okay to be racist or sexist as long as you disagree with their politics.
100%.
If you're on the left.
And then somebody says, so much for 19 children. What the fuck is wrong with these people? And somebody said the 19 McVeigh killed. Somebody said, that's Justice Coney Barrett for you. Why are you honing in on her? Oh my God.
Really getting after her.
No shit.
It was Alito that wrote the piece, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Fucking Barrett.
Oh, man.
That smug face.
Julie has a good response here. She says, try again, Keith. Some people who support you are career paralegals and don't appreciate the insult. We are educated and work incredibly hard and aren't just hopping to go to law or hoping to go to law school one day. Damn, good for Julie. Maybe you should start, looking at who you're actually supporting and seeing them for who they are. Okay. There you go. Like, you should be waking up to this by now. If you haven't, then you willfully have your head in the dirt. Paralegal Coney Barrett spit out my orange juice. #perfection for Michelle. Oh, look at that. Colossians 2:32. Wife, mom of 2, fab girls, and 1 labradoodle. Oh, okay. So then you're okay with sexism. I got it. Okay. Somebody says, Sarah even says, is this what we call internalized misogyny? Interesting how the sole woman whose qualifications are just as good as the men gets separated out for extra demanding ear. Somebody says she has never tried a case. What on earth makes you think she's qualified? I don't know if that's true or not. Oh, these me. Look, if you're not on Keith Olbermann's Twitter page, you should. Like, he's getting crucified. Keith, alone with 30 cats, screaming at the walls. Oh my God, hoes and simps like Keith Olbermann they're so big mad right now. I gotta meme this later on my Instagram. Again, make sure you follow me on Twitter. It's Sergeant Savage. Give me a follow over there because you can join the Savage Army over there. The Lost Savages. We're gonna be all day today. I'm gonna be trolling liberals. It's gonna be so much fun. I'm looking forward to this. I'm really looking forward to this. Just an FYI, women can be more than paralegal. Amy Vivian Coney Barrett is an American lawyer and justice serving as associate justice of the Supreme Court. Blah, blah, blah. He's just tweeting out facts we already know. This is funny. This is so funny. His meltdown makes it all worth it. And then somebody has a picture of like old man yells at cloud. Like, shut up, dude. Just shut up. You're a joke. Also, fuck Alito, Thomas Bay, yeah. And this is from Breitbart. And the article even reads, yeah, cry more, bitch.
Breitbart's my favorite now.
Dude, I fucking love Breitbart. Who wrote this article, dude? I love you. Oh my God. This is from by John Nolte. John, cry more, bitch.
Give him a follow on Twitter.
No shit. Oh, and I'm sure the fact that out of the 6 justices he named, Olbermann choosing to single out the only woman in that group as a paralegal has nothing to do with the fact that she's a woman. He's on the money. Yeah. Hadn't even read this article yet. He's on the money. Honestly, is there a better way to open a Friday morning than an impotent tantrum from a former NBC news star? Olbermann so perfectly reveals who the left truly are, who we were up against. Democrats have no respect for the Constitution, the rule of law, the separation of powers, or democracy. Every principle the left holds is based only on one premise, whatever it takes to obtain power, and he is 100% right. 100% right. In the left's mind, morality is defined by whatever it takes to obtain power. This isn't rhetoric coming from Olbermann. This isn't rhetoric coming from Olbermann. If Democrats ever obtain the power to dissolve the Supreme Court, they will, either by way of an actual dissolution or by packing the courts with so many left-wing judges, it will become just another political branch of the government. Look how Democrats deliberately run the cities they govern into the ground. Then look at how they grant illegal aliens the right to vote in these cities. He is alluding to the Great Replacement theory. He's not saying it, but he's alluding to it.
They've been talking about this shit for years, man. Mm-hmm. If you get 20 million illegal immigrants in this country,
non-heterosexual white people, non-heterosexual non-white people, yeah.
But for the look at the immigrants that have come over who have gone through the system and they've done it the right way. Mm-hmm. They lean conservative, like the young lady who just won here in Texas that has been.
She's a Mexican immigrant, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's where people don't seem to understand. It's like we do have an illegal immigration problem, but it doesn't really make sense. But here's the other thing. We're also assuming that a lot of them are intelligent because we have Democrats already in America that are Americans that are just not intelligent whatsoever. Because normally Democrats and liberals by large are just fucking stupid. But you have these immigrants. It's like it doesn't make sense to come from places like Venezuela where you have a complete communist country. Mm-hmm. You have and you think they're going to vote in the same way. I don't know on that one. Like, I just don't know. But at the same token, you still have to have a national border. That's what creates national sovereignty. And the federal government is not doing their job. It's up to the states to decide. And if the government's not going to do it, it's like, what other options do we have?
That's one thing that shouldn't even be debatable, whether or not we should have a border wall and people should come through a port of entry and be vetted before they come into the country.
I 100% agree.
People just aren't wandering onto airplanes. Those days are over.
Oh, my God. Olbermann's sexism is just as sincere. If an independent thinking woman like Amy Coney Barrett does not do what the leftist men like Keith Olbermann demand they do, these sexist men behave like the way they are, male chauvinistic pigs. I love how we have come full circle. And the very same things Olbermann and his ilk have accused the right of being are now showcasing in a mass hysteria way. And I love it. I've got so much to tweet today. I have so much to tweet. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to all the trolls that are coming to my comments.
Never coming off that toilet.
Oh, I'm never coming off. My butt's going to go numb. I'll just be tweeting and pooping all day. All day. I'll be ordering Uber Eats, Burger King straight to my door. And I'm like, all right, it's going to be a tweet fest today, ladies. I'm going to troll the fuck out of people.
Oh, I love it so much.
That's what we need to do. This is what you do. You go troll them right back. Sergeant Savage on Twitter. I'm going to be earning my handle today. It's happening. Hose Big Mad. Keith Olbermann's Twitter is fucking hilarious. All right, the 15 GOP senators who caved and voted yes on gun control. 15 Republican senators caved Thursday night and voted yes on the gun control package. Senator John Cornyn, I have to make a correction real quick. I wasn't clear in the fact that they hadn't voted on this when we talked about it the other day because I said I'm surprised Kitzinger and Crenshaw haven't voted yes in favor. It didn't actually get proposed yet, but I believe it has now. So let me clarify on that. I should have said, I think they will lean in favor of supporting this. Mm-hmm. There wasn't an actual vote yet, but apparently now it has come out. So 15 Republican senators caved Thursday night and voted yes on the gun control package. Senator John Cornyn, Republican of Texas, worked with Democrats to create. Now, again, you have people like Breitbart and other stuff posting about this, and it's good they are. But don't forget to place blame where it is due. McConnell called for this. Corbyn, just as bad, just as guilty. Make sure McConnell gets the most of your air. Make sure you are placing blame where it goes. Had McConnell not tapped this dude to do it, it wouldn't be here. McConnell caved. McConnell should not be in the GOP. He should not be the minority speaker. He's minority speaker. Yeah, he's minority speaker, right?
He shouldn't be in government anymore.
He shouldn't be in
Most
government
of
at all.
these people should be retired by now.
This is the exact reason why I disagree with Crenshaw when he talked about how these guys know how to play the game. You're exactly right. They know how to play the game.
That's exactly how they treat
They're
it, like a
snakes.
game.
Yeah. 15 Republican senators caved Thursday. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, Cornyn's gun control bill expands background checks for some gun buyers, uses taxpayer money to incentivize states to enact a red flag law, and broadens the National Instant Criminal Background Checks, NICS, prohibited purchasers' list by using domestic violence statutes and to cover dating relationships. Okay, here we go. These are the 15 that have voted. Here are the 15 Republican senators who caved and voted for the new gun controls. Senator Roy Blunt out of RMO, Missouri. MO? It's Missouri, right?
Yeah.
I'm horrible with these.
Yeah.
Senator Richard Byrd, Republican out of North Carolina. Senator Shelley Moore, Capito, Republican out of West Virginia. Senator Bill Cassidy out of Louisiana, Republican. They're all Republicans. Senator Susan Collins out of ME. That's what? ME is Michigan? Maine. Okay. Then MI is Michigan. John Cornyn out of Texas. Joni Ernst out of Iowa. Lindsey Graham out of South Carolina. Mitch McConnell out of Kentucky. Out of Kentucky, of all places. How do you idiots in Kentucky still vote for this guy? How do you still vote for this dinosaur? Have you not seen this guy's actions over the past fucking 6 years? Even Trump got into it with this idiot. Lisa Murkowski, Arkansas, Rob Portman, Ohio, Mitt Romney, Utah, Tom Tillis, North Carolina, Pat Toomey, PA, and Todd Young, IN, Indiana. I don't see Kitsinger or Crenshaw on there. Interesting. The gun control was opposed by National Rifle Association and Gun Owners of America. NRA said this legislation could be abused. I mean, we already covered this, and that they're actually right. As the bill was being negotiated, former President Donald Trump warned that Cornyn was helping radical left Democrats secure gun control. Okay, now this is where I also find Trump is being hypocritical, because Trump also came out and said, take the guns first, due process second. Now, unless he's changed his mind, which I would never deny someone the right to do, but you should definitely make that announcement saying, hey, I have changed my mind. I was wrong on this. Mm-hmm. But he's not going to do that. Breitbart News spoke with Representative Lauren Boebert Thursday about the Supreme Court's pro-Second Amendment decision. She contrasted the good news from the court with the bad news from the Senate. All this is taking place in the Supreme Court while we have Republicans in the Senate who are caving on the Second Amendment rights, she observed. And she's right. She's actually right on that. So here's another breaking article. There's another one. Ron DeSantis applauds SCOTUS New York gun law ruling. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has warmly applauded the Supreme Court of the United States SCOTUS pro-Second Amendment decision to strike down a New York law that had set restrictions on those looking to carry guns in public. DeSantis' comments came Thursday after the 6-3 ruling that New York's proper cause requirement for concealed carry permit issuance is unconstitutional, as Breitbart News reported. I think it was definitely the Tallahassee Democrat set out the governor's praise for the gun law change. That's the newspaper, not an actual Democrat. He said, I think it was definitely the right decision, DeSantis said during a press conference in Broward County, focused on efforts to fight Alzheimer's disease. What? Oh, press conference in Broward. Okay, that was the focus of it. Was okay. All right, gotcha. The Supreme Court ruled 6-3 that the New York proper cause requirement for concealed carry permit issuance is unconstitutional. They are 100% right on this. Justice Clarence Thomas said Americans have a constitutional right to carry a handgun for self-defense outside the home. And DeSantis praised Thomas for that particular summation of the verdict. From what I have seen, I think it was a great decision by Justice Thomas. The governor said, very rarely does he do anything that is not correct. I think he's been a fantastic justice. According to the report, DeSantis has pledged to sign a constitutional carry bill, which would allow people to carry weapons without a license before he leaves office. Is he leaving office? Like, why aren't you doing it now? What are you talking about before you leave? Why aren't you doing it now? Well, I know he has to wait for Congress to convene in Florida to actually push this before, but okay, that's probably what it is. What you don't want is to have a government bureaucratic stymie your ability to exercise your constitutional rights, DeSantis declared. He's 100% right. Tulsi Gabbard put out a video on Instagram, and it actually made a lot of sense. She talked about when she was in Hawaii about 10 years ago, there was somebody out there making legit threats on her life, saying, I'm going to decapitate you, I'm going to kill you. She knew that this person knew where she was at, how to find her, how to get to her, all this other stuff. She went to her local sheriff's department and said, I need a gun. And they said, you can apply for a license, you're probably not going to get it. She was literally receiving death threats against her life in Hawaii. And even they said, yeah, you're not going to be able to get a gun. Do you see now, folks? Do you see now why it's important? Do you see why now is important? Because it's not just to defend yourself against people in general. It's for the government. It's a tyrannical government.
Yeah.
And people like Keith Olbermann, you're sitting here demonizing the very same thing that would protect you if the government ever turned tyrannical and said, hey, if you're committing abortions, we're going to come lock you up. It's like, fuck you are. We're going to fight back. You're removing your ability to do that. But it's not like they ever would. They're fucking cowards. But still. But these people are too stupid to see that. You know, it's pretty bad if I'm sitting here being the voice of logic and common sense. I'm not that smart. But I'm sitting here looking at this going like, wait a minute. Like, I get why you're against abortion because, you know, you're a murderer. But why are you against the Second Amendment? Because the Second Amendment is not about hunting. It's not about personal protection. Those are the benefits of it. But it's about protecting yourself from potentially tyrannical government.
I mean, the founding fathers laid it out in such a way to where, you know, obviously if it's number one, it's probably the most important. If it's a second thing, then
it supports the first.
It's pretty important.
You're 100% right. There's a reason those are at the top of the list.
You know,
100%. You keep it 100. You keep it 100, dog.
You got AOC out here in front of the.
What is she saying?
Court.
What is she? Is she protesting?
Yeah, she's saying their court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade is illegitimate and calls for people to get into the streets. Sounds like insurrection.
It sounds like it to me.
I mean, Trump said peacefully protest. She's talking about illegitimate decisions made by the Supreme Court.
How is it illegitimate if there was a vote and the court? It's like saying a jury has an illegitimate verdict.
How many people is she going to get hurt because of her rhetoric? I mean, this is what they do. Did they get out there and do the exact same thing that they're accusing Donald Trump of doing?
Yeah.
Except Donald Trump actually said peacefully protest.
But they investigated it for that because it's like, oh my God, that was a call for violence. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Crazy bitch here is telling people to get into the streets and it's illegitimate.
They're going to use the exact same verbiage Trump did. Go exercise your First Amendment right. Like, isn't that cause for violence? Because you're saying that's what Trump did.
I'm telling you, man.
But we all know this is what leftists do. This is what Democrats do. It's do as I say, not as I do. Rules for thee, not for me.
I know, man. It's like, wake up, everybody.
But here we go with this. Hollywood celebrities freak out over SCOTUS delivers Second Amendment victory. Truly disgraceful ruling as they're sitting there guarded by the security with guns.
Yeah.
Really? Hollywood celebrities are freaking out over the Supreme Court 6-3 decision on New York's proper cause requirement for concealed carry permits, ruling the state's law is unconstitutional. Yes, it is. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean you get to sit there and call it unconstitutional. You're just too stupid to realize that. Yeah. It's very constant. It's literally in the Second Amendment, you dumb fucks.
Don't buy a gun.
Don't buy a gun. Here's the deal. It's like if you're so worried about it, then don't buy a gun. That's fine. Well, now they have access to gun. So do criminals.
Yeah.
Do you not get it? Do you not put two and two together for you liberal morons out there? No, you don't. You never do. Stars including Julianne Moore, Barbara Streisand, Bette Midler, Whoopi Goldberg, George Takei, Albert Brooks erupted in a fury at the high courts. Like, look, Democrats, here's what you don't get. Here's what I don't get. The very same people that you worship, that you idolize, that you put on these pedestals because of the celebrities that they can act. These people act and they sing. Back in olden days, these types of people would have been cast by the wayside because they didn't have real jobs. These are entertainers. They're not real people. They're just kind of meh. All right? These high-end celebrities come out there and they start telling you what you should have access to or what you should not have access to that they do. Well, it's because we need it. We're famous. That doesn't matter. The same rules, the same premise applies across the board. You're not special. You're not granted certain favoritisms because of your status in class or socioeconomic status, but they do. They believe in that. The very same people are saying, eat the rich, will turn around and say, well, because we're rich, we get a different set of rules.
They're so stupid. Rob Reiner, the Supreme Court has made death by firearms more convenient.
Jesus Christ.
They
are blowing this
making it sound like anybody that goes and gets a gun, goes through the background check, is getting that gun, going out and just killing somebody.
They go all nuclear. Every single time they go ultimately nuclear. It's the worst case scenario.
Fat sack of shit.
Rob Reiner, if we had a gun problem in this country, you would know it. You would know it.
Yeah, go visit Chicago. Do you think, go ask some of those people that are criminals who are using weapons, whether or not they went to the Dick's Sporting Goods and bought a pistol.
SCOTUS has put the desires of gun extremists over the safety of our children, Julianne Moore said on Instagram. Gun extremists? So Tulsi Gabbard, who said I had someone literally trying to threaten to kill me, I'm a gun extremist? You see, this is what they do. This is the verbiage they use to demonize the right because if something happens they don't like. Instantaneously, they go nuclear. They go with insane, inaccurate comparisons. That's what they do. And what the reason they do it is because they know their voter base, their following, are dumb enough to believe it. And it's just like a bunch of NPCs all angry together. It's like, you don't even know what you're angry about. You don't even understand. This is actually a good thing for that woman that is afraid of being raped. The one that has to work late hours till 6 or 7 p.m. and has to walk to her car in that parking garage alone. Now she can actually carry and not have to be afraid of somebody coming up and trying to mug her, rape her, or kill her. Now she has that ability.
Did you see that shit? It was on, God, what's the dude's name?
So you can even take it down the road of saying those that are raped and can't have abortions, this will help prevent that rape, therefore having to prevent getting an abortion.
You know, it was in Plano at the Legacy Mall where these two guys were trying to abduct this young woman, throw her into her car. And luckily there were some people that stepped in and stopped her and she got away. But that's like in a pretty nice area.
Yeah.
Like the Legacy Mall, Legacy Plano. It's pretty shocking.
That's
and
where criminals are going to hit because they know these people have money.
What's a dude's name? I can't think of it right now. I think Harris, maybe. I have to look it up now. Well, I can't because I can't. I'm suspended from Instagram.
Gun laws save lives. Supreme Court blocks New York law limiting guns in public. Good. Bette Midler tweets out, this is just the paramount of, common sense. Don't tell me this SCOTUS isn't completely partisan. What? You literally had a 6-2 ruling on that, or 6-2 ruling on
6-3?
that. 6-3, excuse me. What do you mean completely partisan? 3 voted against it. That completely partisan. You don't even know what you're saying. How does that even make any sense? Shame, shame, shame on the conservative members of the ridiculous, laughable court. SCOTUS is a joke. You're a joke. Don't tell me the SCOTUS isn't completely partisan. You literally had 3 justices vote against it. You had 3 justices. So, no, that just basically invalidates what you just said. You're so stupid. Like, Jesus. COVID took out the wrong people. It took out the wrong people. And people actually look up to women like this. Like, who are your heroes? They're fucking retarded.
I can't imagine who looks up to any of these people.
Oh, my God. Liberals love them. Oh, you got Barbara Streisand out here. Oh, or George Takei. So let me get this straight. A state has the right to restrict. I can't do his. Hello. Let me get this straight. A state has the right to restrict abortions, but doesn't have the right to restrict firearms. Is that what we have now in these United States? Yes, 100%. Because one is a constitution-protected right that is literally in the Constitution/Bill of Rights. Yes, Takei, you would know that if you actually read the fucking document. 100%. And then abortion isn't even mentioned in the Constitution. That does have to go down to the states to be voted upon. This is not a very difficult thing to comprehend, you dumb fuck.
There are some firearms that people can't. People who are criminals can't go and get a gun.
Yeah.
So there are restrictions.
Yeah. If you're a felon and stuff like that, yeah, it's already in place.
Yeah.
In a country, this is Barbara Streisand, in a country reeling from gun violence. Really? We're reeling from gun violence? Really? That's interesting because, again, 360 million guns. And if you look at the death rate per state, it's not massive the way you think it is. The GOP extremists on the Supreme Court now SCOTUS GOP members are extremists? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can now overrule the rights of local governments to try and protect citizens. What? Lady, did you not see Parkland? And now with the results coming out, did you not see Uvalde? Did you not see El Paso, Columbine, Vegas? The government does not there to protect you, you dumb fuck. The GOP extremists on the Supreme Court now overrule the rights of local governments to try and protect citizens. Truly a disgraceful ruling while the justices themselves want protections against people with guns. The guy literally said he was going to murder Kavanaugh. What are you talking about? The guy literally said he was going to murder Kavanaugh. And guess whose side he was on, Babs? Yours. So essentially what you're saying is you don't want your people having access to guns. Now that I can respect. Hey, if liberal states want to say, hey, you know what? Liberals shouldn't have access to firearms. I am perfectly okay with that. You're probably more of a danger to yourself than anybody else, quite honestly. I wouldn't trust you with a fucking potato gun. But hey, if Russia invades, then we start handing out the weapons. Then we're okay with it. Then it's okay. Because even Ukraine came out and said, yeah, we kind of fucked that up. We probably should have let our citizens been armed. They admitted that. Oh my gosh, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. Well, hey, in closing, great news here. Napa District Attorney charges Paul Pelosi with DUI misdemeanors. The Napa County District Attorney has charged Democrat U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi's husband, Paul Pelosi, with 2 misdemeanors for driving under the influence of alcohol, a crime for which he was previously arrested. On May 28th, police arrested Paul Pelosi for his 2021 Porsche collided with a 2014 Jeep on Highway 29 intersection. His blood alcohol level stood at 0.082%. The California legal limit is 0.08%. The 2 charges filed by the Napa District Attorney included driving under the influence of alcohol, causing injury, and driving with a 0.08% blood alcohol level or higher and causing injury. The district attorney pressed. What's up?
I didn't know he hit somebody.
I think this is an older one. They're saying this is his 2021 Porsche. Because this story just came out. Because the most recent one I heard about was he got arrested for a DUI.
Right.
This one from 2021, he hit somebody.
Now this he's clearly an alcoholic.
Piece of shit, yeah. District attorney, well, hey, he clearly can't handle alcohol. He almost killed somebody with a vehicle, so maybe we should red flag him from being able to access vehicles.
Yeah, sounds like it.
We use the same freaking methodology and apply it to liberal left. Suddenly, wait a minute. District Attorney press release noted that the DUI charges can fluctuate between felony or misdemeanor under California law based on the extent of the injuries suffered by the victim. What? That's some bullshit. The extent of the injuries? No, it is what it is. That's some bullshit. This decision is consistent with how our office handles these cases with similar injuries. Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Paul Pelosi has not stated if he will consent to the charges, the punishment for which includes fines and fees up to 5 years of probation, a minimum of 5 days in jail, installation of an ignition interlock device, and completion of a court-ordered drunk driver class, among others. Can you just see Nancy Pelosi's husband in jail for 5 days? Oh, that would be great. You bring shame on family.
I know. There's no way that guy's seeing the inside of a jail cell.
Fuck no. What a crock of shit.
Crack open his checkbook and pay off the right people.
I'm telling you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for today's episode. Hey, make sure you go follow me on Twitter at Sergeant Savage. Today is going to be a troll fest of the liberal left over the SCOTUS' rulings on constitutional carry in New York and abortion being illegal at the federal level and passed down for states' rights. So give me a follow at Sergeant Savage. Also, make sure you follow my backup account, John Burke Official on Instagram. And my main account on Instagram is John Burke 11B. I appreciate y'all's love and support. Thank you for all the Twitch subscribers. A day for life, baby. A day for life. A good victory, a well-earned victory, something to definitely celebrate. Go out there and make the hoes mad. Also, again, before you leave, make sure you check out shellshockcbd.com. Hold on. There we go. Check out shellshockcbd.com. Check out the wellness gummies. They are live on the website to help you with your skincare, your gut health, everything. It's all there on the website. Here is the link. It is shellshockcbd.com/wellness. Guys, go support a great company. We appreciate all of your love and support. Check us out. These are affordable products that are great for you. These are not bullshit products. You can actually go research what is ashwagandha, what is elderberry, what is all this stuff. Go give it a look and then come support a great, patriotic, freedom-loving country. And hey, if you can, share the podcast. Get our voices out there. Let's boost these numbers. Voice the people, for the people, by the people, because fuck the left. Anything to add, my man?
Well said, my friend.
As always, you stay savage, America.